Hi, it's Judy from River City Sewing Machine Centre, and today we'll be talking about some more brother accessories. This time we're talking about the 7-hole cording foot. Now this is a little bit different, this foot. It's got 7 holes embedded in the front of the foot, and they're designed, as you can see, to put cord through. So you can do really decorative trims, and this is the kind of thing we're doing today. Okay, so that gives you an idea of that you can do a wide, almost like a ribbon braid, that with any of the decorative threads that you've got. Maybe you've got decorative threads that you've never used. You may have got them as a package from buying a machine, or you found some really cool threads at a show and you've never been able to use them. Well, look how really cool this can be. And you know, it can dress up some really plain things like skirts and pants and collars and cuffs and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a little bit of fun. So I'm going to show you how this works. In the foot, the easiest way to get this thing threaded is with the good old-fashioned needle threader. Okay, so what we wanted to do is we go from the back of the foot, and what we're going to do is put that needle threader through one of the empty holes. Okay, so that goes through, and we have the little needle threader on top. What I'm going to do is pass the cord through the hole and the needle threader. Sorry. It doesn't want to go through, and just because the video is running. So we get that through, pull a tail, and then just pull it through the hole. That's all you need to do. Now, I like to secure them on the other side so that they don't all fall out, because if they're secured, then everything's happy. I'm happy, machine's happy, everything's happy. So we're just going to tie a knot. And hopefully I've caught them all. Okay, so nothing's going to go anywhere. So when I get this to the machine, all my threads are here, and they're going to sort themselves out before they get to the machine. And I'm just flopping it around a little bit, but now you can see how this is going to work. So as I pull through and I sew, those pieces of thread are going to be sorted out by those little holes, so they always stay in the same position. Okay, so what we're going to do is pop this foot on the machine, and again, it's a clip-on foot, and we're going to put our little knot off to the back of the fabric, and we're going to run from the edge forward, and we're going to do some really sort of nice little slight curves. Okay, so we've got to set our machine to a triple zigzag. So on this NS15 we're looking at stitch number 9, and we're going to make our stitch width about 6. Okay, now I've only got 6 cords in. This is a 7 cord foot, so what that means is it's going to be quite wide. So I can put up to 7. I don't have to have 7, but I can put any number in there. But what it allows me to do is to make a wider piece of braid. There is also a 5-hole cording foot. The end result is just a little bit narrower. So you've got the option. You can have 2, 3, 4, 5. It's up to you. Cords in the braid. So what we're going to do now is pop the foot down, and then we're just going to lock off those cords, and I like to do that just by lowering my stitch length. Oops, wrong way. Down to 0 or close to it. And what will happen is it'll just do very short stitches for me. And then all I do is make sure that these cords are being fed through, and I'm just going to go nice and easy. Better bring my stitch length back up to about 1. Maybe a bit longer. I can keep trying, and I can adjust as I go. So as these cords are coming in, I'm not pulling on them. I'm not sort of forcing them to go through. It's just one of those lovely, nice little stitches. Now I think that's a little bit wide for me, but I can adjust and then I can go back and shorten my stitch length. So all I need to do is keep pulling and turning and basically feeding my fabric in, and those cords are going to come under control just because they're being fed through the front of the foot, and they're going to stay in the right position because they're all in order by the way that we've threaded. Okay, so we get to the end. I'm going to lower my stitch length again just so that I've got a few tight stitches, and then if I lift up, pull to the back of the machine, and I'm just going to bring it around so you can see. I have now a completed piece. My foot is still threaded even though it's a little bit of a mess. And I'll just grab my scissors and I'm going to snip off those threads. I'm going to leave a tail. So now I'm still threaded for my next project with all of my cords. So I can then put my next piece under, secure off and start again. Now if something happens and you do pull one out, don't stress. Just put the foot down, re-thread where you have to, and then just keep on going. Now it looks like I've lost one of my cords, which is this one, which I threaded earlier. Now I've got the choice. I can keep him in or I can take him out. So I'm going to take him out for this one, and you'll see a little bit of the difference. So again, it's probably easier to take your foot off the machine, secure your threads, just tie them in a knot. Okay, now whatever you do, that thread, that foot is not going to come out with all the cords. They're going to be nice and happy. And I'm sorry if my hands are in the way. We're going to start again, foot down, and just before you start, just make sure that you unravel enough. It's nice to keep them in front of you on the machine. So, you know, if they are a little bit tangled, just help the machine a little bit by getting them out of the mess that you put them in. I mean, this will happen as you go through the foot anyway, but it's just nice to, this one does not want to undo. Okay, and then you can start all over again. So lock off. Now the triple zigzag just helps it to keep it all in together. So the default setting on this stitch is about 1. It really comes down to what kind of fabric you're using. You can do the adjustment, and you can use some other, maybe some metallic decoratives on top, some invisible thread, that kind of thing. So you're not locked in to have just a regular thread on top. So we're just going to finish off, and you can see how much fun this can be if once you get into it and you get the hang of it. But the hardest part is making sure all your cords are threaded, and I think if you tie them off, you're going to have a much easier time of it. It looks very awkward, but once you get the rhythm, it's all good. So again, I'm just going to drop the stitch length and just secure those cords off. It's almost like a couple of locking stitches. Pull up, pull towards the back of the machine and give yourself a bit of leeway, and then cut off. So there we have it. Another variation with 4 cords. Or sorry, 5 cords using the 7-hole foot. Now that just gives us a wider braid. If you'll see the 5-hole cording foot is just a little bit narrower, like I said. But I hope you have a little bit of fun with that one, and we look forward to bringing you some more of the brother accessories in this episodes to come. So happy sewing, and it's Judy again from River City Sewing, wishing you a happy day.